Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And, of course, the right service into the box.
Bebeto. And they can counter here. And that pass just didn't quite work. Raul.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
And Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength. There's the shot! And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bullet. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Araujo. Van de Ven. Stood up well to him there. And it's Bellingham. And it's Vieira. That's Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. That has not gone well. Hernes. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Mbappe. Manchester United have got it back and they'll have another go. Tchouaméni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bebeto. Driving through the middle. And a chance! And he's done it! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Messi, great vision. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Thuram. Bergomi cannot be beaten that easily. Hernes. Mbappe is onto this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bellingham. Bebeto. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And it's Tchouaméni. Bullet. And it's Messi. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And he's gone backward here. Bellingham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Messi. And here's Hullet. Messi. Bellingham, who needs just a moment to score a goal. That's a little off target. And here's Hullet. A reprieve. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
And if you do have a chance today,
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Chelsea have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Chelsea carrying a one-goal lead. Kimmich kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Caceres. Raul. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Turns and he's had a shot! Good read, needed to be. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Raul. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hoeneß is sharing after that one. And he's worked it through. Cech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Kimmich is there, and he can get that clear. Caceres. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi. Messi! And he nearly went all the way.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Now somewhat off target. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chelsea finding their passes. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Mbappe.
Manchester United truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Showing good feet. Vieira. And here's Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Thuram. He's found a way through. And it's Conte. 1-0 as we head towards the end. That's really well cleared. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's only too happy to take that back. That's a lovely pass. Big header! Oh, off the bar!
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that will be it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick.